Morning, good evening, and good night. Of course, it depends in where in the world you are. I'm Diego Gomez, and today, guys, we're going to be talking about something very important, the topic of the moment that it's taking the attention of the world. And today, we're going to talk about Russia and Ukraine war. We're going to talk a little bit of what is actually happening and also some peace negotiations that began today and also how they are going to be scheduled during the next few days of this week. So guys, please give a like into this video, comment what do you think about the situation that it has been happening over the last few days, and also tell me what do you think that is going to be happening during this week. Guys, peace negotiations from Kiev and Moscow begin during this Monday at noontime on the Belarus border. Also, we need to take a look on different images that I have here for you, because Kiev's delegation, led by Ukraine's Defense Minister Oleksiy Reznikov, is seeking an immediate ceasefire and the withdrawal of troops from Ukraine. This also is according to what the President of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky, has been talking over the last few days. Now, as the fifth day of war done, air raid sirens sound around the country, and strikes also were reported in Kiev, Kharkiv, Zhytomyr, Zaporizhia, and also Cherniv, amid a deep concern also of the President of Russia, Vladimir Putin, because we need to also take a look of what Vladimir Putin was actually taking actions on Sunday. During this week, we need to talk about President of Russia, Vladimir Putin, because he put his nuclear forces on high alert. Now, this is something very important because this means that also Russia can take actions with nuclear weapons on Ukraine, which it will be something very devastating for this nation. Also, Russian ground forces have taken the control of the town of Berdyansk of the Black Sea of the coast between also Crimean Peninsula. Also, this has been happening with different borders around Ukraine. Also, we have different images here about a ship, a warship that has been taken over the Crimean Peninsula. And the Russian-backed breakaway region of Donbas, Defense Ministry spokesman Igor Konashikov claimed on a morning Monday. Russian-backed forces in the eastern breakaway regions have also advanced, and we need to take a look also at what the President of Ukraine has been talking about during this week, because in a new video post on Telegram, the social media, on Monday, Zelensky said that 16 Ukrainian children had been killed and 45 won as a result of Russia's offensive. And now that this is something very devastating, and also this has been taking the look of different organizations around the world. I am specifically talking about, for example, the European Union and also United States, because also Biden has been talking about what sanctions it's going to apply over Russia. And also another very important thing is that also the president of Ukraine announced that he would release prisoners of war with a combat experience if they wish to fight for Ukraine to compensate their guilt. Also, the Ukrainian president called the European Union immediately, because we know that Ukraine is not part of the European Union. They want to be part of the European Union, but in this we need to take different actions, and also we need to take different perspectives, because the Ukrainian president also had the European Union to immediately allow his country to join. He also said in specific words that we want to ask the European Union for Ukraine's immediate accession under a new special procedure, he said. Also, Russia is also facing significant losses over the combat field. We need to also take a look at what has been happening with the Russian military, because, for example, during this week of 5 days of war, Ukraine armed force estimated that the losses suffered by Russia from the beginning of its war last week until 6 a.m. of today in the morning include 26 planes, also different tanks, and another important thing, 191 tanks, 816 armored personnel carriers, 74 artillery pieces, 60 tanks, and 2 ships, among other equipment. Also, Ukraine also said that it's estimated that Russia has suffered about 5,300 casualties, with Zelensky saying in his Monday video that 4,500 Russians had been killed. By today, also Russia has not been estimated what losses they have been taking over this war, but it's important to know that they claim to have struck 114 objects of the Ukrainian military infrastructure since launching its offensive, in addition to the Defense Ministry Konashikov claiming that Russia has destroyed 314 Ukrainian tanks and also other armored combat vehicles. So this is something very important also because, as you may know, during the last few weeks, Ukraine has been taking different actions, and also many people from Ukraine it's taking guns of what is actually happening. Also, according to different doctors on the region of Kharkiv in Ukraine, they stated that the Russians are destroying everything: residential neighborhoods, kindergartens, hospitals, and even a blood transfusion station. Without the support of the whole world, we will not be able to cope with the Russian invasion. Please help. These are the words of different doctors of the region of Kharkiv, one of the most devastated regions over this world. So, guys, this is the situation right now. This is what is actually happening on Ukraine and Russia also. So, guys, as always, I invite you to tell me what do you think in the comment section. How do you think that this is going to end? Also, what do you think that the United States with President Joe Biden is going to do over this world? As always, also, I invite you to follow me in my social media that is down here below: Facebook, Diego Gomez TV, Twitter and Instagram at Diego Reportero. And also, guys, I invite you to subscribe right here in my YouTube channel, Diego Gomez TV. This was all for today, and I see you in my next streaming. Goodbye.